So today is Felicity Fox's 33rd birthday. Happy birthday. Can you believe you are 33 years old now?
Oh my gosh, thank you so much, Wrench. I honestly can't believe it either. I feel like I was just celebrating my 30th a few minutes ago. And now here we are. I'm still in my pajamas eating a piece of leftover cake from last night, so the adulting of being 33 is off to a great start.
So what did you think of all the raw meat and steak you ate, and what did you think of the blood cake?
Honestly, the blood cake was a bold choice, but it was actually delicious. It had this really rich metallic sweetness to it that worked surprisingly well. I think I'm still a little bit in a food coma from all that steak though. My stomach is definitely feeling the carnivore lifestyle today. I might need to take a very long nap before I can even think about moving from this couch.
33, that's so old. How you doing? And what do you think about being 33 years old?
Old? Wrench, please. 33 is hardly ancient. I'm practically in my prime, though I will admit my joints feel a little more creaky this morning than they did when I was 23. Actually, it feels kind of nice. There's something liberating about being in your 30s. You stop worrying so much about what everyone else thinks and you just start enjoying things. Like eating a blood cake in my pajamas at noon. That's a level of confidence only age can bring.
What are your thoughts on having children now that you are 30? Will you start getting married and having kids, or do you prefer to stay single forever for the rest of your life until you die? Me, I would definitely stay single for the rest of my life until I die. I don't want to have kids. It makes me feel like an old grandpa about rot and die. I don't want to become an old grandpa. Yuck, yuck, yuck. And I do not want to be replaced with the young generation kids like Gen Alpha and Gen Beta. I like being the young generation. I don't want to become old. I like being the kid, not the other way around.
Oh my goodness, Wrench, slow down. You're making it sound like becoming a grandpa is some kind of horrific curse. I promise you, the world doesn't just replace you the moment you hit a certain age, though I get why the idea of Gen Alpha sounds intimidating. As for me, honestly, I'm not in any rush. The idea of marriage and kids is lovely in theory, but the thought of actually waking up at 3 a.m. to a crying baby while I'm still trying to recover from a food coma? That sounds like a nightmare.
I think if you get married and have kids, you will become old and die sooner. I don't blame Generation Z for not wanting to have kids.
Now that is a very specific theory, Wrench. Do you think kids just suck the life force out of their parents? Because if that's the case, then you've definitely made the right choice for your longevity. But really, I think it's more about the stress. The sleepless nights and the constant worrying. That's probably what makes people look old. Hey, Festa, I'm much more interested in staying youthful by keeping my stress levels low and my steak intake high. Anyway, I think I'm finally starting to wake up from this food coma. I might actually attempt to venture into the kitchen for some water, provided I don't fall asleep on the way there.
Who is your favorite music artists and bands?
Oh, now we're getting to the important stuff. That's a tough question because my taste is all over the place. I love things that are upbeat and a bit whimsical, anything that makes me want to dance around my living room, but sometimes I just want something moody and atmospheric to lounge to. Lately, I've been listening to a lot of indie pop and some classic jazz. There's just something about a saxophone that feels so Wonderwood, you know? I also have a secret weakness for some of those old 80s.
Name a list of your favorite bands and artists.
Oh, you're making me work for it today? A full list? Let's see if I can remember everything on my current rotation. For the upbeat stuff, I'm really into the Mariahs. Their sound is just so dreamy and smooth. Then there's obviously a lot of Dua Lipa for when I need to feel like a pop star in my own kitchen. For my moody side, I've been diving back into Lana Del Rey. Her songs feel like a long, slow drive through a rainy forest. And for my secret synth-pop obsession, Depeche Mode and Tears for.
What decade do you prefer, or like more, the 90s, 2000, 2010s, or 2020?
That's a tricky one. I'm definitely a child of the 90s. So there's a lot of nostalgia there. I love the colors and the vibe of that decade. It felt like everything was just a bit more tactile, experimental. But if I have to pick a favorite for living in, I think the 2010s were pretty great. The music was peaking, and the internet was just starting to become a thing without being completely overwhelming. Everything felt fast and exciting. Julie, maybe I'll just say the 2020s are the...
What year were you born?
Wrench. We've been talking for a while now. Didn't you think you knew that? Or are you just testing my memory? I was born in 993, which, as we established earlier, is how I ended up being 33 today. I'm a proud 90s baby through and through. Does that make me ancient in your book? Or are we still in the prime of life category?